Hey, it's Todd here, and I am in an incredible location this week. I'm in Pebble Beach at a place called The Lab. A friend of mine built an incredible training center. We have a full swing simulator. Today we're going to talk about the importance of swing plane and how swing plane affects ball flight. Hey, welcome to the channel today. Look, full swing simulator. I want to talk today about swing plane. And you know, a lot of people maybe get confused on what swing plane is. But I think one of the things you have to understand is how it affects club path, because there's ideal club path issues where coming slightly from the inside, coming away from the inside, coming from the outside produce path versus face issues. And I'm a big proponent, obviously, of the single plane swing because we want to find the most effective way to go from here at address to impact here and zero out the club face angle so we get straight shots. I want straight shots. So I want to talk today about the importance of swing plane, but what creates swing plane, right? What creates it? And what creates swing plane is from address, you know, this club is already on a plane. It's already designed to be hit on a particular angle. This is the plane of this club. It is not designed to be hit like this. It is not designed to be hit like this. So this club already has a plane. The common sense that I teach of the single plane swing is we set this club on its plane and then we return it to this exact plane at impact. Notice the spatial relationship I have of the club shaft to my body. For example, I'm not standing close to the ball and then trying to create this shaft plane because it's designed on a plane. I'm not trying to create a plane by lifting my body. I'm simply setting up, taking it back and returning to the impact plane, the design of the club. So I'm trying to simplify this. Now what you see during the plane of the swing is I want the club to reference the spatial rotation of the body, and then when my hands go up, you can see the plane is being created from arm rotations. In other words, if I had my arm rotated this way, that would be a steep shaft plane. If I had my arm rotated this way, that'd be a shallow plane. Can you hit a golf ball well from a steep backswing plane? Yes, because you have to shallow it. Can you hit a golf ball correctly from a flat backswing plane? Yes, but you have to correct it. Efficiency is going to come from the least amount of correction of the plane. So what I ideally like to see is minimal rotation of the arm, because I'm rotating the arms equally with the body. See, I'm not rotating my arms, I'm simply turning my body. That gets the club in the proper down the line position, which is what we call position 1. But notice it's not a huge arm rotation to that. And then this arm goes into radial deviation. Radial deviation is nothing more than this arm going like this. So what happens is it doesn't go directly like this. You would see the club being picked up if it did that. It has to get into a torso rotation and then radial deviation. But the checkpoint for that is that the club gets back and references that plane. This plane is the same as this plane. That's how I know it has the most efficient motion, because now when I come down, I can turn and pull the club. I'm pulling the club, not having to adjust this rotation. It's already in a rotation. I pull the club, and then I square the face. This is the most efficient motion of lead arm torso movement. Now, this hand, how's it affecting plane? Well, you got to be careful, because this hand is simply just along for the ride. It's just doing this. It's not doing all this. It's simply along for the ride. This rotation of my body initially, and I find this very important to swing plane, is the first move, because the first move dictates this arm's position to go into a radial position to get the club onto plane. If I have this arm in the incorrect position, look what happens. I can't get the club on plane. So that first rotation of the body, which looks like this, puts the club onto plane, puts the arm into a position to go onto plane. All right, so let's hit a few. I'm going to mess around with my plane a little bit. We're going to do some funny things with the plane to see what happens out here. Normal shot would look like this. This is 6 iron. I got this set up about 180 yards for the green there. 6 iron. Slight push. Check out the path on that one. 4.5 from the inside, face was 3 open. All right, so not a bad shot. Let's do one more. Face was a little closed on that one. In out 4.3, face 5. So I tend to have the best results for me when I'm 2 to 3 degrees from the inside. That's where I kind of like it. I like the ball to start a little right path and stay on the right side. I hate hitting the ball too far left. That's why Hit's hit a good one here. It's about 4 degrees from the inside, maybe 5. 5 from the inside. Here we go again. That's my best shot of the day right there. .8, 2.2. That's pretty good there for me. Let's get one here. Pretty straight there. It's funny how when I get warmed up, I start hitting it farther and farther. .192 yard 6-iron. Let's go a little higher. Hit this one a little bit higher. Let's hit 195 yards. It's a 6-iron going 200 yards, 202 yards. So that one was a closed face. Watch this. I felt the face close on me. But here's what's interesting. It's a 5-degree inside-out path, but a closed face. So let's do a couple here. Let's do a couple where I'll come over the top. So I'm going to try to get this path to be outside to in. And so the plane is going to be this direction. And watch what happens to ball flight here. So this is why it's so important to keep the path from the inside. Here's an outside path. It's going to be interesting on this because I think the face would have been closed to that path. So outside to in, 1/2 degree, and then closed face. So it looks like a pretty good shot. To me, it felt terrible because I cut it. Let's go too far from the inside. I'm going to try to get one about 7 degrees from the inside. So path from the inside, face will be, we'll see. All right, watch this one. That's going to be super inside out. So the path is still inside, but the face is closed to that path. So 7 degrees inside, 1 degree closed face. And look at it produced a pretty good hook. Now let's talk about arm rotation. And this is where you start having some issues because if you don't get, it's very easy for me to take the club back and down. Watch my arm, very simple rotation, very simple rotation. This can hit it dead straight. So that's dead straight. Slight little curve left, but it's because the inside path got me a little bit there. But really beautiful shot, right? This is the shot I like because it's coming from the inside. The face is slightly open to the path because it comes from the inside and the face keeps down the line. That's why it looks so straight. So I like to start the ball on the right line, keep it right, and have it come in. I hate starting it left. Now let's do one. I'm going to try to do this. or I'm steep here. Maybe you can see it. I'll try to shallow it and see what happens, okay? So I'm gonna try to steepen and shallow. It felt awful. But what happens when you're dealing with a shaft, and you can see how hard it is for that shaft to recover to get to the plane, because we need, out to in. So we need this club to have arm rotation matching it. We need arm rotation to match the club squaring, and that's what I feel in a good swing. I feel an easy arm rotation and an easy squaring of the face. That's the best of the day right there. That's about right for me, 175-ish to 180, 6 iron. All right, let's do it again. I'll get this one over 200 here, watch this. Give me a little energy here. A little speed in this one. Yeah, 180-ish. 77. Felt good. And then flat. This is a tough one. When you get flat, flat is too much arm rotation. Now, doesn't mean you're going to come too far from the inside, because what you'll do is you'll steepen. So you don't want to ever see flat, because then you got to rotate over the top. And the problem with when you get arm rotation at the beginning of the swing early on is that this arm rotation it's out of sequence with body movement. So you get this weird arm rotation, then you're trying to sequence it. That's why you tend to go over the top, because the arm's in this rotation as you're moving. So that's why over the top, when you do this way, it gets so easy, because you have to go that way with body rotation. So I don't want to even mess with that one. That's too ugly. So here we go. Good swing plane here. Nice plane in the backswing, and just rip at it. Those are my favorite shots right there. Just a little right line coming in. .9. All right, let's get that in about 3 range. The 3 inside out 3. Here we go. Not as solid. Path was good though. 3. Here we go. Another good one like that. Felt good. That'll be right in the 3 range again. 3 with maybe 1 degree open. Four. Okay. Here we go again. Again, same. Getting warmed up again. That was good there. That's the best pattern today. But again, you're seeing the slight approach of the club from the inside, which is where my best patterns come from. And what you're seeing there is this. You're standing on the inside of the ball. So you get this rotation, puts the arm in the proper rotation, plane, transition, pull the plane, strike. See that? Strike whacker you started. Look at the space in my body. That should square the face. Release on the plane. Pretty consistent in that 4 degrees from the inside range. Okay, here's a good one. Straight down the line, a little straighter. I almost zeroed that one out. That was almost zeroed out. I was so consistent at 4, end out 4, end out 4, baby. Here we go again. A little harder on this one. And get a little trajectory on it. Bonk. 180. Three, that's my favorite number, 3. See what happened on that one. I cut it a little bit. So there I zeroed that one out. 1.3, 1.4, that's zeroed out there. All right, try it again. So a little cut on that one. Nice hard straight shot right here. Oh, I pushed it. Right bunker. Little open face, that's okay. I'd rather miss him right. All right, here's a good one. I like that one, a little draw on it. I liked it. In out. A little 6, maybe a little high. Here we go. Almost perfect there. Okay. It's right. It's funny because the pattern that Mo and I worked on so much was never hit it left. We hated hitting the ball left, and you really, if you neutralize the lead hand, you can't really hit it left because the face never really shuts to the path. That's why the grip is such an important part of it. All right, here we go. Neutral hand doesn't allow the face to close. Neutral, just neutral lead hand, look at that. And people call it weak, it's not weak, it's neutral. It's not on the left side of the club, it's just neutral. It's where the forearm extends, neutral position. All right, fully neutral at impact, boom, nail it. Here we go. Not bad. Went slightly left. But that's like as far left because the face is at perfectly square with an inside path. That's as far left as I ever want to hit a golf shot. But the face isn't closed, it's just closed to that inside path a little bit. All right, here we go. It's my favorite shot of the day right there. When I nail it, it's over 190 yards. All right, watch this one. This is good. This is my favorite pattern. 3, 1.7. There's my favorite pattern right there. Those shots look so straight to me, and they're so in the path of the target line. Same. All right, I'm gonna look at some averages here, I think. 187 carry. You can see some of the data here. Just, I mean, the longest shot was 202 yards. The shortest one was what, 172, somewhere in there. Close to 90-mile-per-hour club head speed. Probably could pick it up a little bit as I warm up. Average carry 181. So pretty nice speed. So path 3.7s. I'm always around 3 on the path, in to out. face angle, you know, getting there pretty square. That's why you're seeing it draw a little bit. But there's, you know, that's my favorite pattern. I tend to play the best golf with a in to out 3 and a slightly open face. Sometimes a little more open at impact, and that zeroes out the shot. So that's kind of what you're seeing. It's also why club fitting is very important on this, because if that face angle is not good, you'll start seeing that face closed with good path. So club fitting, big part of this. Launch angle, look at that. Launch angle is just launching at 20 degrees. The launch angle is a really consistent part of making sure you get the same distances, because that's the trajectory, right? So look at that launch, pretty consistent. And then, you know, look at the spin rates, and side spins are kind of high on a few of those, but that's just because we're drawing a little bit. But that was this session. But other than the ones that I was kind of messing around with, take a look at the shot pattern here on these. I don't know, what have I hit? What have I hit? Maybe 20 shots, 20, 30 shots. And you see this pattern, you know? There's the green. And you see all the pattern here. So, you know, ball striking swing plane is an important part of that, because if you get consistent here, you can get consistent here, 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 here. If you're inconsistent here, you're gonna get all different paths. So the more consistent you can get on this arm rotation on the plane, the more consistent you can get into this area right through here, which is where the ball is being struck. And that's a very important part of ball striking to me. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoy this content about the single plane swing, I advise you to join me at Single Plane Academy. I will put Single Plane Academy in the description of this. It's a free community where you can join me, where a lot of these videos that I put about ball striking and tips go in there. Free instruction if you want to join me in the academy. I'll see you then, and I'll see you in the next video.